So I'm part of an online TV show known as Bunnies in the Burbs. It started in 2015, and through the show I became an entrepreneur. So the project kind of fell into my lap, I guess, because I belong to a family business known as JT Communication Solutions. And in order for us to create more content, to create something new, we started Bunnies in the Burbs. And I was very, very grateful for this opportunity. It started in our house with equipment that we owned, with people that we knew. Cooking became a platform that we were able to share stories on, and I learned so much through this process. I think that a lot of the time, people who are around my age or a little bit younger, we have a lot of stuff on our plate. This is not to say that this is a unique issue, but I'm currently a student. I also have an after school job, and I'm part of Bunnies in the Burbs, among other projects that I'm helping out on. And I've learned that time management is something that is key. I've also learned that collaboration with others is something that I hold very close to my heart, because you're learning constantly. I think that this concept of learning constantly isn't something to be shy of, and it's good to know that you don't know everything and that there's certain pieces that need to fit into place. With the money aspect of it, I'm learning very slowly how to save, how to invest, where to put it, how much equipment costs, how much it costs to have an editing suite, how much lights and cameras and all of that costs. And I think that that's something I'm really cherishing, that as a young entrepreneur, I'm given this opportunity where I can shift my business into like a different space. I think that Bunnies in the Burb was something that was given to me, and it was something that I helped create and something I helped to make and manifest. But I think it's so cool that we're going to have Bunnies in the Burb Tanzania with like a new presenter, and Bunnies in the Burbs Zimbabwe with a new presenter. And I think that that shows the greatest story of Bunnies in the Burb. It wasn't just about me and my kitchen. It was about sharing this African narrative and shifting the Western pull that they have on us and taking charge of our own stories. And I think that it's very, very nice to have a platform that can allow different people to come in, to get a job, to get paid, because at the end of the day, entrepreneurship should be about creating a space where people can make money and people can uplift themselves and change the status quo, because I think so much of the current capital system is in the hands of elites who have always had it, and those of us who are like coming up, creating spaces where people can collaborate and people can join in on your project is so important. The show is, like I said, part of JT Communication Solutions, and it is a family business. So my mom owns the company, and I think I learned from her that you have to sometimes separate business and like working really hard to the fun times, and that's completely okay. I've learned that it doesn't just happen overnight, and that there's teams who work hours and hours to edit, to re-edit, to cut, to paste, and these things just don't come out of thin air. So you have to work really, really hard and consistently. And even if you fail, you got to work harder than that. You have to collaborate with people around you, because they know things, and it's only going to make your systems a lot easier. Working with Viva Nation, I've learned the power of online TV and online platforms, and how that can be used to shift where content comes from and who we validate with our content. I've learned that it's so important to have a team that you trust around you, especially with projects like this, because it's not a 9 to 5. It's getting people in, it's creating the stories, it's constantly happening, it's constantly moving with the times, and if you're not going to keep up, someone else is going to do that for you. So the first thing is to work constantly. The second thing is to invest in the right places and to collaborate with the right people. The third thing would be to put the time in and not be afraid of failure, because when you fail, it's just have to get yourself back up and push even harder. And it's okay to make mistakes as long as you learn from them and fix it from within. And then the last thing I would think would be to hone into what you are good at and what you really enjoy. So go into a business or go into a sector that you genuinely enjoy, and it makes the hours less. And it also means that you have a step in, because you understand the environment you're going into. I'm currently a student at Wits University, and I'm hoping to do my honors very soon. You can find me on all my social media platforms, but you can also find me on the Bunnies in the Burb channel and on the JT Communications channels as well.